The managing director of the Lekki Concession Company, Yomi Omomuwsan, has announced the resumption of Lekki-Ikoyi link bridge toll collection. This is coming 18th month after the suspension of toll fee at the Lekki Toll Plaza in the wake of the shootings of October 20th, 2020, when the youth who were calling for fundamental changes by the federal government were protesting under the NSAS campaign movement. Many Nigerians are still unhappy about the announcement of the resumption of the toll fee. With me in the studio is our correspondent, Paul Judge. Hello, Paul. So we want you to tell us, you were there at the toll gates this morning. Can you tell us how the event went out there?
Okay, this morning when we got to the toll gate, the first toll gate, so there were vehicular movement. There were free flow vehicular movement, no toll was being taken there, no toll fee. So after that particular place, we moved to the second one, the one at Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. So when we got to that point, we were allowed to, we started filming. So after some point, we decided to move further to the toll gate, the one that links Ikoyi Bridge, that is linking to Ikoyi Bridge. So when we got, when we started moving down to the toll, somebody beckoned on us that we should come. So, and the policemen around. So we obeyed, we went to him. Also, when we got there, he started telling us that he asked us what we wanted to do. So we told him that we were journalists, that we are here to do our legitimate business. So he now said we can't go there to shoot. We asked him, why are you saying we can't go there to shoot? He said we can't just go there, that place is their territory. So I had to tell him, I told him that we are Nigerians and we have the right, our fundamental rights to move wherever we want to move, and at the same time, we are journalists, so you should allow us to do our job. The security men are there to also do their jobs. So after the discussion, he now said, okay, he's going to give us some few minutes to shoot. And he now asked me that, how long are we going to stay? I said, well, I can't assure you how long we're going to stay here. So when we started moving further, he ordered the policemen to come and attack us. They came, started struggling with us as we were about to set up, though we got some shots. So as we were about to set up, so we called the security men. They came in a Gestapo manner and started rough handling us that we can't shoot, that why do we want to shoot and all that. So that was the situation. They even spoiled our camera. They held the aperture, they twisted the aperture, okay. Collected a microphone.
Okay, so let's see these video clips. We'll get back to you.
Stand down. Let's get the confirmation. Just to film. They're trying to stop our cameras from filming. Take the camera off. They're trying to take the camera. They're destroying. Yeah, they're destroying the cameras right now. Yeah.
Hello. Mr. Man, stop dragging my camera. If you spoil it, you will buy it. See, if you spoil my camera, I will change it for you. Why you dragging my camera? What's the stress?
Money one relate.
Is that why you are holding my camera in here? Yes, you are everything. Are you okay at all?
He said we should go. And
we spoke with this MD and he gave us go ahead. The MD gave us go ahead and we are telling you that MD gave us go ahead.
Well, that's the voice of our camera operator. But let's find out from you. Can you tell us what really transpired in that video?
So when we got to that point, the security men all came out and they tried to block our camera. They held the camera, and I asked the policeman that first came that why are you holding the camera? Do you want to spoil the camera? He said, we can't shoot, that we are not authorized to shoot. And I asked him, who gave that authority? He now said that, but we can't just shoot. So we insisted that we must carry out our duty mandated by the Constitution as a journalist, that we're here to report or film this Lekki toll plaza, whether the toll has resumed or would resume today as on April 1st as they have announced. So that was why everything was just all messed up. They started harassing us, they held us. Eventually we were able to resist them. So one of the journalists, other media houses who were there, one of the journalists, glasses, was seized. So we were like, okay, stop harassing us. Let's do our job. You are doing your job. We are journalists. Don't gag our voice. Or don't you want people to know what is happening here? Or are you trying to hide what is happening here? Eventually, so they started calling each other. So some of them left, and we were there. We just did what we could.
Okay, so can you tell if they've started tolling? They started, tolling over there. Did you notice any form of that?
Well, the tolling hasn't started. The only thing people were doing is that they were going inside the office of the Lekki Concession Company to register, and they said the tolling will start in 15 days from now.
Okay, so I remember you mentioned earlier before we came on air that there's this flyer they were sharing to the motorists.
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Okay, they were distributing flyers, and the flyers has on it, okay, that's it on the screen, that the tolling will start on the 15th of this month. And those living around there and the motorists were like, okay, they're not happy that they're bringing this back after 18 months, that the toll will continue, so that they are thought that the tolling will not restart again. And when I spoke, to one of the Lekki Concession Company's officer or staff, the guy told me that when I asked him how much, he said 300. Once if you pass that toll, 300, and if you are going to pass 10 times, you're going to pay 300, and it's going to be deducted electronically. Automatically they will deduct that. But if you go to their office, get the tag. There's a tag they're going to give you. Once you get the tag, you place it on your car, and it's like a device. So if you get to the toll, the gate will open for you to pass. But if you don't have that tag, you'll not be able to pass.
Okay, so I also remember that when the announcement of this toll gate reopening came up, some people said they were going to come out to protest. So did you notice any kind of gang-up or protests going on anywhere?
And there was no gang up. We didn't see anyone, trying to form a group to protest, when we got there. So everything was just peaceful when we got there, not until they started harassing us that we can't shoot, we can't film what was going on there.
All right, thank you, Paul, for bringing in speed with the information, and we'll bring the subsequent information concerning this.
Hello, hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.